Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, folks. Here we go. 60 or 54. 5. Get it.
On first down, Eason looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
It's our time. It's our time. Hey, Haywood. 54.
Throwing after the interception. Eason. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway. Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Check hot route. Hot. Check three.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Throwing on first down. Eason, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
54.
Looking to throw. Eason. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. That one good for 26 and a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
64.
Operating from the the gun, Eason. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Undercrush. 80 weapon. Undercrush. Watch the safety creep. Hey. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Matchbox lights. Ready.
Back to throw. Eason over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Here we go. 57. Come 57.
From the gun, Eason. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
On the ready. 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Yeah. You don't want no shoot.
And that is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Here we go. Set. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. Blue draw Corkers. Get it.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook, able to slither by. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set, ready. 70 ending. Rep. What? I got it. Chance, my chance.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, come on, come on. Check 24.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Switch. Watch the twist.
They'll drop the throw. The open man is Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. These two teams all tied after 1.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Handoff, Coleman, right side. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
54. Nice, sweetheart.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Caught by Wilson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Set, cut, man, ring. Check, watch 54. Bring it. Check safety. Check.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Ready? No. Check 24. Check 24.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tevin Coleman. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Vikings 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
I'm trying to collect. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. General West. Hey, exit. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I know he ain't got it. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Hey, Mike's 7. Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Right there. 54 Mike.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Wilson's got it complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
Check. 154. Hey, defense, let's go.
Back to throw. Dancing to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
On 2nd down now. It's Coleman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
He's checking. Crash. Tighten up. Check 4. Hey.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Let's walk. Bang, bang. Shift, shift. Slam, slam. Check 99. Check 99. 36, 36. Check.
On third down, Coleman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal.
SOS. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll run it with Coleman. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line.
Ready to break.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go. 8 read. Check tight. Alert 3. Recon, 132 fighter. Snap.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
X3, 218, chop. Check 3.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Coleman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs. His 6th touchdown of the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Danielle Hunter, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working out it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Second and 14. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. First down. It's Coleman, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Open man here is Gentry, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You must be
from the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Complete. Smith has it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
At the 4-yard line.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a give right side, Coleman. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go, D. All day. Defense. All day. Switch. Okay.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
On first down, it's Coleman. He's got the first down inside the 10, and finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Second and 6. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looking to throw on second down. Eason. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
All day, dog. Protein spill.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Crunch time, defense. Hey, watch it. Safe.
6-6, pull it high.
Patch it. Hey, alert three.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
60 Pittsburgh.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Hey, orbit.
Check. Watch 54.
Get it.
Looking to throw. Eason. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the intercept. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Levante David, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Curling.
On the ball.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Eason. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Watch the run. They're running it.
Check, check. Fresno.
Shift.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off at his own 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. On first down, it's Coleman, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They will run again with Coleman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This to make it a 3-score game late. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this score will stay right where it is. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Steelers, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And